Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for subscribing to this channel. Let's begin class. So this time we're going to do chair yoga class. We're not using any strap, and we're going to do some warrior poses. So please make sure that you have a comfortable chair where you can have a 90-degree bend at your knees no matter how you're sitting on the chair, and also that your chair is on top of a yoga mat so it's not going to slip. Let's come seated forward in our chair. So we have our glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair, a nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, resting our hands anywhere you find comfortable on your legs. Closing your eyes and taking a moment to notice your breath, and notice if you're breathing deeply. When you inhale, noticing the chest rise and then the belly rise. Exhaling, noticing the belly fall and then the chest fall. Let's take the next 4 rounds of breath just to notice our breath. Let's begin a scan of our body, starting at the crown of our head, working down to our toes, noticing the different sensations in our body and how we're feeling today. And remembering if there's a pose that feels uncomfortable or is not right for you, you do not need to do that pose. Always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Returning your attention once again to your breath and noticing your belly rise on the inhale for the next 3 rounds of breath. Keeping your eyes closed, let's lower our right ear towards the right shoulder, gently stretching out the opposite side of the neck. Sitting nice and tall in our chair, breathing deeply. One more breath here. Returning to center, and this time lowering the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder, stretching the other side. Still sitting tall, breathing deeply. One more breath here. Return to center. Lift your chin high as if you're gazing up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center and draw the chin into the chest, stretching the back of the neck. You can add the weight of your fingertips to the top of your head. Not adding any pressure here, just the weight of your fingertips is sufficient. One more breath. Releasing the fingertips from the head, opening your eyes, lifting the head, and let's begin by rolling out the wrists. And let's roll in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Now we're going to make a stop sign with both hands. And now moving into the actual pose, we're going to draw the fingertips slightly towards the body, just until you can feel a sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrists. Holding here, breathing deeply. One more breath. And now we're going to relax the fingers down, and once we have them in place, we're going to think about drawing those fingers as if we're trying to touch the inside of our wrist, and now you're going to feel the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. These are the extensors and flexors of the wrist that we're working with this exercise. One more breath here. And relax the hand and slowly rotate once again to our starting position with stop sign. And now draw the fingers towards the body, feeling that nice stretch in the lower part of the wrist. One more breath. Relax the hand, lower the fingers, get into position, and now pretend we're trying to touch the inside of the wrist with the fingertips, feeling that stretch along the top of the wrist. Relaxing the hand, let's roll out in one direction and roll the other way. Beautiful. Now we're just going to bring our hands together at heart center. We're going to lower our fingers forward. Come back to center. Lift the elbows up slightly. Lower the fingers towards the body. Keeping the palms of the hands together. Come back to center. Lower forward. Come back to center. Lower towards the body. Back to center and forward. Center and towards the body. Come back to center, and this time I want you to put your left hand pressure onto the right hand. Relax the right hand, allow it to be pushed over by the left. Let's come back to center. Let's do the opposite direction, relaxing the hand being pushed on. Come back to center, change directions again. Come back to center, and one last time, the opposite direction. Come back to center and shake it out, jazz hands, beautiful. Let's roll the shoulders back, just release any tension you have in the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders forward now. One more forward roll. Beautiful. We're going to bring our hands in front of the body, and we're going to follow our traveling hand with our gaze. So we're sitting forward in the chair. We're nice and tall, thinking about our posture. Now our left hand is going to travel behind us. Follow it with your gaze as you slowly rotate that hand behind you. Pause, and inhale, bring that hand towards you again. Let's change sides. Exhale, rotate back. Pause. Inhale, bring it forward. Opposite hand, exhale, rotate. Pause. Inhale, forward. Changing sides, exhale, rotate. Pause. Inhale, forward. Beautiful. Now sitting nice and tall, both hands come back on the exhale. And forward on the inhale. Both hands back on the exhale. Forward on the inhale. Now the backs of the hands will face each other. On the exhale, push away. On the inhale, draw together. Exhale, push away. Inhale, draw together. Last time. Exhale, push away. Inhale, draw together. Beautiful. Let's set the hands down on the lap for a moment. Now we're going to take one hand to the opposite knee. Bring the hand behind you on the chair. Sit nice and tall. Exhale and twist and look over the shoulder. Holding here for 8 rounds of breath. Sitting tall, breathing deeply. Noticing the muscles resist when we first move into this pose. One more breath here. Slowly unwind from seated forward once again. And we're going to change sides. Opposite hand to the knee, hand behind you on the chair. Sitting tall. Exhale, twist, hold here. 8 rounds of breath. Again, notice if the side of the body is tighter than the other. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't. Just notice. One more breath here. Slowly unwind and coming back forward. Now we're going to bring the hands down by our side, bringing one hand up to the ceiling and then changing right away to the opposite side. A nice fluid movement, bringing some movement into the side body and the spine. Looking up through the fingers as they come overhead and adding a small side bend each time you come up. And as that side bend deepens, you'll need to slow down just a little bit. Give yourself time to move mindfully through this. Add that nice side bend. Looking up to the ceiling. Deepen the side bend. Take it a little deeper. Nice deep side bend. And one last time, nice deep side bend. Beautiful. Now we're just going to bring our hands to our hips. We're just going to circle in one direction, thinking about making that circular shape, not a square, not a rectangle or triangle, just thinking about a circle. Usually we start with the side that's most comfortable to us, so we'll do one more rotation. We're going to pause, and now we're going to move in the opposite direction, and usually This is the harder one for us to think about, that nice circle shape. So concentrate, think about that nice circle shape. One more rotation here. Beautiful, and pause. Now we're going to grab the chair with both hands. We're going to pick one foot up and we're going to rotate the ankle in one direction. A couple times around with this rotation, and then let's change directions, that ankle roll. Beautiful. Let's turn that now into a point and a flex. A point and a flex. A point and a flex. And we'll do one more. Point and flex. Let's set that foot down, pick up the other foot, rotate the ankle one direction. Beautiful. Let's rotate the opposite way. And let's turn this now into a point and a flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And one more time. Point, flex. Beautiful. Let's set that foot down. Now we're going to take our feet on a slight diagonal, extending them out, but still having a nice bend at the knee. We're going to take our hands. We're going to travel all the way down to our ankles, holding here. Just spending a few breaths here, just allowing the back to start to soften here. Relax the muscles a little bit. Breathing deeply. Now we're going to leave the left hand on the left foot and rotate the right hand towards the ceiling, looking up through the fingers at the ceiling. Let's rotate down. Let's change sides, rotating up, looking through the fingers at the ceiling. Rotating down. And let's do 6 singles at your own pace, looking up through the hand and then rotating down, changing sides. One more rotation. Beautiful. Both hands at the ankles. Allow them to slowly glide up the legs, coming back into that nice seated position. Now we're going to turn to one side. So our glute is going to be on the chair. We're going to have a 90-degree bend at the knee and the foot flat on the floor. Your opposite leg is going to be a supporting leg. So you can have your leg extended out like a kickstand with your toe on a diagonal. If you find this too much on your hips, you can bend your knee, balancing on your toes and bringing your toes close to the back leg of your chair. So take a moment, try both positions and see which works best for you today, what you feel most comfortable and supported in. And then when you're ready, squaring your hips to the wall in front of you, drawing your hands up overhead, interlace the fingers, look through the fingers at the ceiling for 6 rounds of breath in Modified Warrior 1. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. And allow the hands to come down to the knees. Now, if you have a kickstand leg, that toe is going to point forward to the wall in front of you. If you have your knee bent, just bring your toes a little bit closer to the back leg of the chair. Open up slightly to the center. Circle the arms wide in both directions and look over the center finger on the same side as your bent knee. So looking over that center finger and beyond to the wall behind. Nice strong warrior 2 here. Now we're going to add to this and we're going to follow that hand with our gaze. As we inhale, draw the hands together overhead. Exhale back to warrior 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale back into that strong warrior 2, holding here. Turning this now into peaceful warrior. So that palm is going to flip up in front. Hand is going to touch the leg behind you. And that front hand is going to come up and slightly behind the head, looking up through the hands at the ceiling. 6 rounds of breath in peaceful warrior. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. Let's return to that nice strong warrior 2. Now we're going to turn this into extended side angle. So we're going to take that elbow down to the knee, draw the opposite arm up and over, or you can draw that arm across the body if bringing the arm up and over is not comfortable. Look through the armpit, up at the ceiling, 6 rounds of breath, extended side angle. One more round of breath here. Let's return to that nice strong warrior 2. Dropping the hands to the legs. And now let's rotate to the opposite side, changing sides. So again, our glute is on the front of the chair. That knee's bent 90 degrees, foot is flat on the floor. You have your supporting leg. You can kickstand or bend the knee with the toe close to the back chair. Toes are on a diagonal here. Squaring our hips to the wall in front of us. Drawing the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers. Look through to the ceiling, 6 rounds of breath in modified warrior 1. One more breath here. Allow the hands to come down to the front knee. Now, if you have kickstand leg, adjust the toes so they're pointed forward to the wall in front of you. If you have your knee bent, bring your toes slightly closer to the back leg of the chair. Opening the body slightly to the center, circling the arms wide in both directions, and look over the fingertips of the wall beyond. Nice, strong warrior 2. Now we're going to add to this and follow that hand that's moving as we inhale, hands together overhead. Exhale to warrior 2. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale back into that strong warrior 2, looking over that center finger to the wall beyond. Beautiful. Turning this now into peaceful warrior, so that front palm faces up, your back hand touches your supporting leg, that front palm comes up and slightly behind, looking through the fingers, 6 rounds of breath in peaceful warrior. One more breath here. Let's return to that strong warrior 2, gazing through that middle finger, looking at the wall beyond. Turning this now into extended side angle, bringing the elbow to the knee and opposite arm up and over, looking through the armpit at the ceiling, 6 rounds of breath, extended side angle. One more breath here. Let's return to that strong warrior 2, looking over that center finger at the wall. Lowering the hands to center, and let's come seated center. Once again, glutes on the chair, hamstrings off the chair. Taking the toes on a slight diagonal, sitting nice and tall here. Bringing the arms up in cactus pose, so now we're in seated goddess. Drawing the elbows and the palms of the hands together and squeezing them together in front of the body. Bringing everything into neutral and drawing everything behind so you feel the chest lift and open, but you're also feeling the engagement of the shoulder blades. Back to neutral. And one last time, draw everything forward, squeezing the elbows and the palms of the hands together. Coming into neutral. And one last time, engage the shoulder blades, draw those elbows slightly behind the body. And coming back into neutral and lowering the hands down. Now bringing those feet facing forward once again and just bringing your hands to your waist or your hips. We're going to think about lowering our shoulder towards the knee. Let's perhaps take our legs out just slightly and think about drawing shoulder towards knee, sitting back up, opposite shoulder towards the knee, and rise. Shoulder towards knee. Rise, opposite side. Let's do one more on each side. Last time. Beautiful. Now we're going to come up off of the chair. You're going to want to place your chair near the front of your mat, so all 4 legs of your chair are on the mat, so there's no slipping. The next pose we're going to do is a balance pose called Warrior 3. So we're going to bring ourselves behind the chair. We have about a seat distance between the back of the chair and our feet. We're going to root one foot into the ground and flex the opposite foot and lift the knee. Now we're going to pretend we're placing that foot on the wall behind us. Toe is pointed down towards the mat. Opposite arm comes forward. I'm going to ask you to find your drishti. So look about 2 feet ahead of your chair for a focal point on the floor you can bring all your attention to. Remember, the supporting leg is slightly bent at the knee. And when you're ready, bring both hands forward into Warrior 3. We're going to play with the arms, taking it into a T at the side. And then bringing the palms up behind us. Back into a T. And once again, drawing those arms forward into Warrior 3. We'll grab the chair, we'll rise up, we'll shake it out, and we'll do the other side. So rooting the opposite foot into the ground. Flexing the foot, lifting the knee. Extending that foot as if you're going to place it on the back wall, toe pointing down towards your mat. Opposite hand forward. Once again, find your drishti, find that focal point you can stare at to help with balance. And when you're ready, both arms forward into Warrior 3. And bring the arms into a T. Bring the palms up behind the body. Back into that strong T. Last time into Warrior 3. Let's grab that chair, rise up, and shake it out. Beautiful. And we're going to take that chair and we're going to bring it once again to the center of our mat. Sitting on the chair, nice and tall. Beautiful. Bringing the feet on a diagonal, rotating the arms down the legs so you're balanced on your elbows. We're going to start with a nice extended side angle in front of the body, looking up through the fingers. One more round of breath here. And let's lower that elbow back down. We're going to change sides, looking up through the fingers. One more breath here. Coming back down onto the elbow. This time we're going to reach across the front of the body at eye level. One more breath. Bringing the elbow back down, and let's do the other side. Reach across at eye level. And bring that elbow down. And this time bring it up overhead. Straight overhead, looking up through the fingers. One more breath. Bring that elbow down and straight overhead, looking up through the fingers. One more breath and lower down. Bring those feet in together. Allow the hands to come up the legs once again. Let's roll the shoulders, release any tension. And the opposite direction. Beautiful. Let's draw one arm across the body. Support under the elbow. Relax the shoulder. Now take that hand high, touch down to the shoulder, support under the elbow once again. Bring that elbow close to the head and point it upward if you can. Still sitting tall in the chair. One more breath. And let's change sides, bringing that arm across the body. Relax the shoulder, support under the elbow. Take that hand nice and high, touch down to the shoulder, support under the elbow, bring that elbow close to the head, point it upward. One more breath here. And just lower the arms down. Bring the hands up overhead, draw the palms together, lower them to heart center and root the thumb into your chest, still sitting nice and tall in your chair. On an exhale, twist to one side and hold 4 rounds of breath. One more round of breath. Exhale. And now inhale to center. Exhale to the opposite direction. Hold 4 rounds of breath. Last round of breath here. Exhale. And then inhale back to center. This time lower the elbow to one side, lifting the elbow on the opposite side slightly. 4 rounds of breath. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Lower the opposite way and 4 rounds of breath here. Last round of breath. Exhale, inhale to center. Beautiful. Lowering the arms to your side. We're going to inhale up into cow, looking up at the ceiling as we raise up our arms. Exhale into cat. Arch your back towards the back of the chair. Bring the arms behind you. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. 2 more here. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Last time. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And bring our arms up overhead one last time as we inhale. Draw those palms together. Lower them down to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment to notice your breath. Are you breathing deeply? Doing one more scan of your body, starting at the crown of your head, working down to the toes. And notice without judgment any changes from the scan at the start of class. Returning your attention once again to your breath. Thank you so much for participating in this class and sharing your energy with everyone taking this class with you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.